What did I just watch? What did I just watch? Like, peak greatness. Talk about peak greatness, y'all. Hold on. Is the hat doing it? Because, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of a vibe, but then part of me is just like that dude with the glasses, you know, like we can rock with this, right? What's up? It's your boy, Thereading Noob. I'm back again with another video. As you can see from the title of the video and the thumbnail, I'm going to be talking about Project Hail Mary because I just saw the movie. I know I'm a little bit late. I'm like talking about it. I actually saw it like the second week or so when it was in theaters. I'm just late talking about it, okay? But I was there. My ass was tooting in that seat, ready to go, because I actually read the book on this one, which I can't say about very many movies, but I read the book in like 2024, 2025. I was still working there. They weren't paying me shit. Then I quit. And then I was dating that one guy. Okay, yeah, it was like 2025, I think. Yeah, when I was reading the book, and then they announced that there was going to be a movie for it, and I'm like, oh shit. And then they announced that it was going to be Ryan Gosling, and then I was like, Now, don't get it twisted. Ryan Gosling is fine. I don't think there's anybody on this planet that can say that Ryan Gosling is not fine. That man is fine, okay? That's the problem, though. When I was reading the book, and the character, in my mind, Ryland Grace, who's the main character of the book, he did not come off as Ryan Gosling, modeled, super good looking. He came across as like, what's the dude's name from Breaking Bad? I don't remember his name, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Him. And he played Hal in Malcolm in the Middle. That's who I feel like would have been perfect. Oh, I think he passed away. Right? Did he pass away? Am I tripping? I think he passed away. Rest in peace if he did. I think he did. Anyway, though, he would have been perfect. Or someone like him, you know, to play the character. So that kind of was messing with me. But also the fact that just in Hollywood in general, I feel like they have the same 10 to 15 actors playing everything. It's always The Rock. Don't get me started on him. The Rock. Chris Pratt, what's that other dude's name? Other dude that I do not like. Oh, Blake Lively's husband, Deadpool guy. Even though I do like him in Deadpool, but I know y'all sitting there yelling at the screen right now, like it's such and such, it's such and such, it's him. I'm not cutting this out either, because his name's gonna come to me. What I want to say, Chris something. The dude who plays Deadpool, Ryan, not Ryan Coogler, not Ryan Seacrest. Ryan, oh, I thought I had it. Ryan. It's like right there. It's like right there. It's crazy how I'm still stuck on this. I'm not gonna Google it because I know his name. It'll come to me. Ryan Reynolds, yes, Ryan Reynolds, Ryan freaking Reynolds. Oh my gosh, it just feels so great that I finally got that out. Okay, sorry y'all. Sorry, I had to think of that. So yeah, Ryan Reynolds, The Rock, all of them. I feel like it's the same 10 to 15 actors, and I for one feel like I want to see new faces, fresh faces in Hollywood, out with the old, in with the new, you know? I can't imagine trying to be an actor right now in these times. They're using the same people. But anyway, and I feel like this role would have been perfect for, again, love Ryan Gosling down, okay? He did his big one in this movie. But I feel like this would have been a perfect role for, like, a new actor to see him shine. That's the only thing with that. But if you don't know, if you've been living under a rock, and you haven't seen the movie, haven't seen the book, haven't heard of either of the two, get the fuck out of that rock and go touch grass. Because this movie, I feel like everyone's fucking talking about it. Everyone's talking about it. Even people that aren't into science fiction or don't read, people have seen the movie and gone back and read the book. Like, that's how crazy it is, you know? I mean, I'm always gonna die on this hill, and it's just that I feel personally that movies that are adapted from books are the best movies. Like, they literally are. Think about any movie that was adapted from a book. Peak, right? I mean, granted, there are some bad takes, you know, there's a few that I could think of right now. We're not gonna talk about that though, okay? For the most part, 90 to 95% of the time, they're peak. I think I was actually watching one movie that I didn't even know. It's hella old, y'all. I just now seen it. I don't watch movies that much, but I was watching, I'm like, oh, this is really fucking good. And it's kind of gotten to the point to where I don't know if it's because I'm reading more, but now I know, or have an idea of when a movie was adapted from a book. It's a movie where they're like on this train or whatever, and it's the end of humanity, and it's just these last few humans on this train. The rich people are up front of the train, they have all luxury and stuff, and the people in the back are poor, and they're like dying of starvation. It's about them making their way up to the front of the train, and it has, not Brad Pitt. Damn. Me not knowing these white actors' names. Damn. Whoo. Can't think of his name right now. I can like see him, but can't think of his name. Yeah, fuck it, I don't know. Anyway, that movie, I'm gonna leave it on. It's like, I feel like it starts with an S. Anyway, so yeah, that movie was actually adapted from a book. And I was like, what? And who knows how many other movies I've seen that I've loved that were adapted from books. So again, I feel like movies that are adapted from books just make the best movies. They really do. Argue with your mom and not with me. When was the last time we've seen an original movie that was actually really good? Like, the original source material was a movie, and it was 10 out of 10. Oh, I gotta give you guys the synopsis, right? Duh. I mean, if you don't know what Project Hail Mary is about, you're not gonna watch this video. Anyway, so let me tell you what the movie is about. The book session movie. It's about our main character, Ryland Grace. He is a science teacher, and the world is ending. Science fiction. So he actually wakes up on the spaceship. Well, I was gonna say plane. He wakes up on a spaceship in space. He has amnesia. He's like, who am I? Why am I on a rocket ship, on a spaceship? Why is it just me? What the hell's going on? He knows nothing. So we go back and forth between him in present time, trying to figure out and recollect his memory as to what his mission is, and which is to save Earth, of course. And jumps to the past to where how he got in this situation in the first place, right? So it's just really good. And then, you know, along the way, we meet certain characters. We meet Rocky. Oh, Rocky. What a great character. That's the overall plot of it. I don't want to give too much away if you haven't seen the movie, but there will be spoilers, so now's a chance to click off if you haven't seen the movie or the book and you don't want to be spoiled, okay? You've been warned. So, I just want to start off by saying, again, the movie was so good. I don't have any complaints. The things that I'm going to say are just like things that I wasn't expecting, and it took me a few minutes to adjust and to get into it. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that I was like, oh, I hate this. Like, why did they do this? They fucked it up. And I'm also the person that realizes that you can't adapt a movie from a book and expect it to be a complete one-to-one. You simply can't, because they're different source materials. And if you try to adapt everything one-to-one, there's not enough time, okay? There's not enough time to adapt everything, okay? So some things have to get cut out. They don't translate well a lot of the time. And you also, at the same time, though, don't want to not include enough to where it feels like you're disrespecting the original source material. So it's like this fine line and balance you got to play between the two and, you know, make sure that they mesh. Should I start with the good or the bad? I like starting with the bad only because I want to end on a high. So yeah, let's start with the bad. So, again, things that just took me a minute to get used to. Two things. The first thing was, I did not like how they made, at first, I wasn't a fan of how they made Ryland Grace, the main character, like this dumb, funny guy. I feel like he was funny in the book, but they definitely hyped it up a lot more in the movie. And I was like, why are they doing this? Especially in the beginning, like, he was super funny. I was like, oh my gosh, this is funny. And probably if I hadn't read the book, I wouldn't have been so, like, turned off by it at first. But I was like, oh, they're making him seem stupid. And he's not stupid. He's actually a fucking genius. Which I feel like that showed through a lot more later. But even still, they definitely made him a lot more funnier in the book. And I think just the funniness wore me down. And he just had so many good jokes. There was so much humor in this science fiction film. So much humor. And I feel like I just got worn down over time by it. And I was like, okay, I fuck with it. This was a good direction to push his character, I truly feel. So it was that. That was one thing that took me a little bit of an adjustment. And now the second thing. The second thing I also noticed right off the bat was the internal monologue, or lack thereof. When I was reading the book, correct me if I'm wrong or if I'm tripping, but I felt like we were inside his head and he was saying everything in his head. It was kind of giving Joe from You, the TV show You. Another great show, go and watch. Is that based on the book? Anyway, so Joe from You. I was thinking, oh, like Ryland Grace is giving us this internal monologue as he's on the ship and stuff, and he's working through everything with us in his head and yada yada. But no, in the movie, he's saying everything out loud, which I'm not gonna, that rubbed me the wrong way. I'm like, oh, like, why do they do this? And it'd be interesting to see, like, how different, if at all, it would be if there was that internal monologue going on. What do you guys think? Let me know down below if one, when you were reading the book, if you thought that there was this internal monologue going on and that's how you thought the movie was going to be, and two, if you feel like the movie would be better, worse, or not much would change if they did have that internal monologue in the film. But I came around again. It didn't like put me off the movie whatsoever, so I ended up coming around to that. Okay, now something that I would have been pissed if it had went the direction that it looked like it was going to go, but it didn't. So I'm glad. Did anyone else get the vibe that like they were? It looked like for a moment they were trying to build like this romance between Strat and Grace, Ryland Grace. I don't know, especially when they were on the front of the boat and there was like this sunset, and they were just confessing their feelings and getting deep with each other. It looked like I was like, are they about to kiss? I genuinely like was sitting there going, I know damn well they bet not motherfucking kiss. Because that would be completely off script. Like, I don't know. Somebody said sprinkle, 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 and added that shit in. Like, I don't know if I would have been happy with that. And I'm glad they didn't. But with that being said, they definitely did add, whether you want to say romantic or more friendship between the two, I feel like that was added in more. And I feel like it was a way to humanize Strat. There are also things that were included that I did like how, you know, the whole moment with Strat doing karaoke. But that was sweet, and again, it humanized her character. So I did like that. At the same time, I don't know, I kind of wanted her just to be like a hardcore cold ass bitch. Like, again, it's a fine balance, and it's like, if I didn't read the book, would I be okay with it? I don't know. Maybe I'm jaded, y'all, but I was like, damn, I want her just to kind of be a cold-hearted bitch, like fucking Cersei Lannister. Cersei. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Bro, Game of Thrones, okay? I want her to be like that because I love that. I love it when you're like, no, this character is just a bitch. That's how they are. They're just evil. Like I don't always like that, but sometimes I do. And I want that to be their character. They don't need to have something humanized about them. The romance or friendship, whatever it was, it didn't blossom into anything crazy. So I was like, okay, I can deal with this. Now, let's move on to what I actually liked / love, because there was a lot. One of the things that I did love is the relationship, especially in the beginning, that you see between the security guard, the black security guard, and the main character. I felt like, oh my gosh, they had some good moments up until he betrayed him and, you know, forced him to go on that spaceship and did what he did. But they have some really good moments, some really funny ass moments. And I was like, damn, they have a great ass friendship. And I don't remember that in the book at all. Like, I don't even remember that security guard like being a character. I love that addition. Rocky, like, I feel like Rocky is the main character of this this book, this movie, okay? They did such a great job with him. I was nervous. I was like, are they gonna make him, you know, scary enough, but not too scary to where we won't like him? Like, it's a hard balance, I feel like, and they did such a great job. When they first introduced him, it was like a goddamn jump scare. Like, I'm not gonna lie, he scared the fuck out of me. I'm like, is this a horror film? Like, you know? His little mannerisms, it was cute, and I love the little jokes they had about him, you know, trying to learn English and then not completely understanding everything. And there was like this fisting joke or whatever that was fucking hilarious. And others, there was, again, so much humor in this movie that just really did it for me. The cinematography, the visual effects, like two key moments that stuck out. One, when they were going to one of those planets and it was like all green, and then Ryan Gosling was like trying to scoop up the bacteria or whatever, and it just was so beautiful. It reminded me of the Ouroboros in Alaska. Yeah, Alaska. Anyway, and that was beautiful. And then the other moment that I remember that was really nice was when Grace goes on Rocky's spaceship for the first time, and it's all dark. It's like pitch black dark. Which, side note, that was one thing I was kind of like confused about, because it's like, I don't, like, in the book it's directly stated that Rocky cannot see. He uses sound. And I feel like they hinted at it, but they didn't like directly say that. You know what I mean? Anyway, though, not a big deal. When Grace goes on Rocky's spaceship for the first time, and it's all dark, but you have like these beautiful lights and stuff, and it looks like musical instruments. It's just, I can't even describe it. Like, it was just so pretty, so beautiful, so serene. I love that. And then those are the two moments that stuck out the most for me, though. But the cinematography really did a great job. They had a budget, okay? And then last but not least, I love the way they ended it. Of course, again, I read the book, so I knew how it was going to end. But it was a while ago when I read the book, and I don't remember it ending exactly how I knew. He goes to Rocky's planet and stuff, and he stays there. But it was nice how he actually was a teacher there, and he had all the other, like, aliens or whatever as students, you know, learning from him. And he just started to build a life there and stuff, and it was cool seeing that. It's just, I don't know, it just made me all giddy and happy inside, you know? I truly, my only complaint, I guess, real complaint, is that the movie was too damn short. I wanted more. Like, give me more. Like, part 2, please. Don't do that. You might ruin it, so just leave it like this. Again, 10 out of 10 movie, y'all. If you haven't seen it, please go and see it. I recommend you watch it and read it if you can. But I understand not everyone likes to read books. That's going to do it for me, y'all. Project Hail Mary. Please let me know what you guys' thoughts are. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, because I got more videos on the way. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.